Today I want to tell you a small story, a funny little story about frogs. But by the end, this simple story might just change the way you chase your dreams. So stay with me. One day, in a green little pond, the frogs decided to have a big competition. And the challenge was this. There was a very tall tower, high, tall and slippery. And the goal was simple. Whoever reaches the top of the tower first wins. Simple, right? So a big crowd of frogs gathered, some to climb and many, many more just to watch. The race began. A whole group of frogs started jumping and climbing up the tall tower with excitement. But then the crowd of watching frogs started shouting. And what were they shouting? Encouragement? No, the opposite. They yelled, "It's too high. You can never do it. It's impossible. Nobody has ever climbed it. Give up. You will fall. Turn back." And one by one, the climbing frogs started listening. A frog near the middle heard, "It's impossible," and thought, "Yeah, maybe it is." And he stopped. And he climbed back down. Another frog heard, "You will fall," and he got scared. And he came down too. One after another, they all gave up. The crowd kept shouting and the climbers kept quitting. But wait, there was one frog. One small frog who just kept climbing. The crowd shouted louder, "Come down! It's impossible! You fool, stop!" But this frog did not stop. Slip, climb, and slowly, steadily, this one little frog reached the very top of the tower. He won, alone, while everyone else quit. The crowd was shocked. How did this small frog do the impossible when everyone shouted at him to stop? So all the other frogs surrounded him and asked, "How? How did you keep going when all of us were screaming at you to give up?" And here is the twist. The little champion frog looked at them confused and said, "Sorry." "What did you say? I couldn't hear any of you." You see, this frog was deaf. He could not hear a single word. So while everyone was shouting, "It's impossible, you'll fall, give up," the deaf frog heard nothing. To him, there was no negativity. There was only his goal right there at the top. So he simply kept climbing until he reached it. Now think about that for a second. The other frogs were not weaker. They were not less talented. They failed for one reason only. They listened to the negative voices. And the winner succeeded for one reason only. He did not. And this, my friend, is exactly how life works. When you decide to do something big, something different, something brave, the crowd will start shouting, "You can't do it. You're not smart enough. You don't have money. It's too risky. Just be normal like everyone else. Give up." Some of these voices come from strangers. Some come from friends. Some, sadly, even from people close to you. And sometimes, the loudest negative voice of all is the one inside your own head, whispering, "You'll fail." So what is the lesson from the deaf frog? Learn to become deaf, on purpose, to the voices that pull you down. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to argue with them. You just don't listen. Keep your eyes on your goal and keep climbing. Let me give you one more quick example from real life. Think about almost any successful person you admire. A great cricketer, a singer, a business owner. Before they made it, people laughed at them. They were told, "This is a waste of time. Get a normal job. You're dreaming too big." If they had listened, they would have quit like the middle frogs. But they went deaf to the doubters, kept practicing, kept working, and one day, the same people who mocked them were clapping for them. Success has a funny habit of silencing the critics. Now, one important thing. Being deaf to negativity does not mean being deaf to good advice. There is a difference. Good advice helps you climb better. Negativity just tells you to stop climbing. Listen to people who guide you with love, but close your ears to people who only want to pull you down. Learn to tell the difference and you become unstoppable. So here is what I want you to remember. When you are chasing your goal and the whole world is shouting you can't, just smile, become the deaf frog and keep climbing. Because while they are busy shouting, you will be busy reaching the top. The people at the bottom will always have opinions, but the view from the top belongs only to the ones who didn't listen and didn't stop. So today, pick your tower, your dream, your goal, and promise yourself one thing. No matter how loud the world gets, you will keep climbing. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more simple stories and life tricks. And go be the deaf frog. See you at the top.